Good morning, students. Welcome you all to today's class of science. Children, in previous video, I have explained you lesson number 7, plants, forms and functions. I have given you notes even of that lesson. Children, write down all the question and answer in your science copy and draw well labeled diagram of parts of plant and parts of flower. These two diagram you have to draw in your science copy. You can see the picture. This diagram you have to draw parts of plant. Nicely well labeled diagram you have to draw. And another diagram is parts of flower. This diagram you have to draw. These two diagram draw in your science copy on the drawing page. Okay. Today we are going to start new lesson. Lesson 5, separation of substances. Name of the lesson is separation of substances. And the learning objective means after studying this chapter, we will know about pure substances, mixture, methods of separation of mixture, and about water, an important solvent. These are the learning objective, means these topics we are going to discuss in this lesson. Children, in the first chapter, we have learned about the various components of food like protein, carbohydrates, water, vitamins, minerals, etc. And to maintain the good health, it is very important to have healthy eating habits. And we maintain good health only if the food is clean and free from any undesired substances. Okay, so you must be knowing that food grains that we eat are grown at farm. Here the question which must arise in your mind is how grains are cleaned before they are taken to the market? How grains are cleaned and who did all this cleaning? Okay, after harvesting means after cutting down the crop from the field, the farmers doing all these cleaning activities. Farmers separate the grain from the husk by the process of threshing. Threshing is the process by which the farmers separate the grain from the husk. Threshing is very lengthy process involving lots of patience, skill and stamina. And then only the clean food grains are available to all of us in the market. Okay. So what are the pure substances means? Pure substances, the substances which are that are made up of only one kind of atom or molecule are called pure substances. The substances which are made up of only one type of atom or molecule are called pure substances. Example of the pure substances are all the elements and compounds are pure substances. But most of the substances around us are mixture of elements or compound. For example, air is a mixture of several gases like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. And along with these gases, water vapor, dust particle, smoke are also present in the air. Similarly, another example of mixture is tap water. Tap water is a mixture as it contains many dissolved salts in it. Okay, to understand the mixture and pure substance, you can do this activity at home, children. Collect small amount of wheat grain, rice grain, salt, sugar, tea leaves, stones, etc. and observe through a magnifying glass. If there is no magnifying glass, then you can observe simply and note if they contain more than one substance. Call it a mixture if there are more than one type of substance. Otherwise, it can be called pure. For example, if your wheat grains have stone in it, then you can say that it is a mixture of wheat grains and stone. Otherwise, if wheat grains have no stones in them, then you can call it pure. Okay, I hope you understood mixture and pure substance. So children, mixture may contains two or more types of substance or constituents, and on the basis of how constituents are spread in the mixture can be classified into two categories: the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Means the mixtures are of two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so first of all we will understand homogeneous mixture. If the constituents are evenly spread throughout the mixture, means the components of mixture are evenly spread throughout the mixture and each part of the mixture shows similar properties, and such kind of mixtures are called homogeneous mixture. With the example I will explain. If you dissolve salt in water, the molecules of salt and water are evenly spread, forming homogeneous mixture. Here you can see some more example of homogeneous mixture: puree, coffee, milkshake, chocolate, cold drink, and orange juice. These are the example of homogeneous mixture. In this kind of mixture, you cannot distinguish the components of mixture. Okay, another type of mixture is heterogeneous mixture. If the constituents or components are not evenly spread throughout the mixture and each part of mixture does not show similar properties, it is classified as heterogeneous mixture. For example, a mixture of sand and salt will have more salt at some places and less at another places. The sand and salt particle will not be evenly spread in the mixture. Hence, it is different part of the mixture will show different properties. You can see some of the example of heterogeneous mixture. For example, salad. In salad, there are many components in the mixture and every component show different property. And in heterogeneous kinds of mixture, you can distinguish all the components. You can separately see in this example in salad and fruit salad, you can see different fruits. We can distinguish all the fruits. Okay, these are the example of heterogeneous mixture. Now we will see about some properties of mixture. From the above discussion, we can list out some important properties of mixture, and these properties are: the components of mixture or constituents of mixture may be present in any ratio. Okay, components of mixture may be present in any ratio. There is no fixed ratio. Some components are more, other are less. There is no any fixed ratio. Okay, and another property of mixture is constituents or components of mixture generally retain their individual property and do not change. Okay, if we with the example I will explain this. If we add sugar in water, then the mixture tastes sweet. It means sugar retain its property sweetness, that is sweetness. Property of sugar is sweetness. So sugar retain its property in mixture. That mixture we taste sweet. Okay, it means the constituents of mixture generally retain their individual property and do not change. Another property of mixture is the constituents or components of mixture can be easily separated by simple physical method. Okay, we can separate out all the components of mixture by simple methods. Example, if we wish to separate stone particle from the wheat, then we can be clean by simple hand picking method. We are doing this method at home to clean the rice. From rice, we can clean the rice by simple hand picking method. We can separate the sand particle from the rice from simple hand picking. Okay, these are the properties of mixture. I hope you understood the topic nicely. In your next class, we will study about some different methods of separation of substances. Okay, that's all for today, children. Have a good day.